your community that are making a difference. But it's really hard to talk about an organization that has changed your son's life without getting emotional. So I ask for grace as I begin to tell you my story of what the Autism Society means to me and my family, and especially my son, Batten. As you heard in the video, Batten was diagnosed with autism 3 days, well, maybe 3 or 4 or 5 days before he turned 3. But what you didn't hear is that Batten was diagnosed with autism 1 week before my family relocated from Raleigh to Wilmington. Here I was moving to a brand new town on a journey that I didn't know anything about, leaving the Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill area, rich with resources for a child with autism, felt overwhelming. To say I left kicking and screaming is an understatement. Right, Scotty? You got the brunt of it. That's my husband. But, however, fast forward almost 10 years, and that curly-headed, adorable toddler you saw in the video is thriving in this Wilmington community. There he is, right there. He is thriving, and the Autism Society of North Carolina has been with us every step of the way, providing valuable support for both him and our family. The impact this organization has had on our son and our family was immediate. As soon as I returned home from my son's initial diagnosis appointment in Chapel Hill, and following the advice from them, I went right on the Autism Society of North Carolina's website. And I was about to be the first mom to get a PhD in autism in 2 hours from a website. I started printing out toolkits, which is like hundreds of pages. I located the autism resource specialist here in New Hanover County, sent her an email, and I registered my mother and I up for a seminar at their state office in Raleigh. You know, grandparents, they're pretty special. And my mom, affectionately known as Go-Go, and Batten have a really special bond. And I remember calling my mom that day in tears, going, "Mom, I found this workshop called After the Diagnosis." As if she knew what I was about to ask, she said, "Sign me up. I want to learn all about autism too." And that reinforced to this desperate mom's heart that our whole family was committed to this journey supporting Batten. And that's when our lifelong partnership with the Autism Society of North Carolina began. In 2016, Batten was attending a preschool for children with disabilities, and I'll never forget my friend Montrese come running across the small parking lot at drop-off with a big smile and a piece of paper in her hand. And I thought to myself, well, this has to be really good news. And it was. It was an advertisement for a summer camp specifically for children with autism, our children. And it was sponsored by the Autism Society of North Carolina right here in Wilmington. I was skeptical at the time because opportunities like that were rare. So as soon as I got home, of course I'm a mom, I don't lose hope. I get home, I fire off an email to the contact address on the flyer, and sure enough, the summer camp was legit. And so after I sent them an email, I knew it was legit. I was like, what a great opportunity for our children. And from then on, my son has been attending the summer camp, the social recreation summer camp, and after school program for almost 10 years. It's really hard to believe. Sign Batten up on the spot. Looking back, I could have never, ever imagined the impact, the profound impact of this social recreation program would have on our son Batten. It has become his safe haven, a place where he is loved and supported, where he learns essential life skills that help boost his confidence and help him to live more independently, where he discovers ways to navigate and communicate in this chaotic world. Something as simple as going to the public community pool for an hour feels like a trip to Disney World for these children. And that boosts his confidence and makes him feel supported and in a space he can truly be himself on his best days and his not so easy days. It's really hard to believe that he has been attending this program for 10 years. I can't imagine a life without it. One of the greatest gifts that this program has given to Batten is the gift of true, meaningful friendships. Watching him laugh and connect with peers who genuinely understand and share his experiences fills my heart with hope and pride. Now, a small group of boys, you'll see some pictures on the screen, they actually started attending the social recreation program in 2006 together, and they're still there together to this day. These boys are the best of friends, but they're not just friends. They are like brothers. They are his family. And they also act like they run the place. Don't they, Tom? Yes. Their son is one of those too. When Batten started middle school, the fear of all mothers, the only real concern he had was whether or not the van was going to be able, that picks them up for the after school program, was going to be able to find his new school. This program and the friendships it fosters are a testament to the life-changing power of community and inclusion. Batten has only blossomed through meaningful friendships with peers in the program, but he also thrives under the care of the exceptional staff. The staff are not just professionals, they too have become like family. They go the extra mile every day, nurturing his confidence and guiding him through each phase of his life, even this preteen life, with genuine care and commitment and making sure he feels supported and has a voice. As you saw in the videos, did you see it right there? There you are. Video and on the screen, they even will spend their Saturdays to come to a football game just to cheer him on, or a Special Olympics event, or even write him a letter, as you saw in the video, when they're gone, furthering their career out of town, to make sure he knows his self-worth and how special he is. They go above and beyond, and their efforts have had an immense impact on Batten's growth. But it's not just Batten that's benefited from this amazing organization. My husband, Scotty, and I have too. One of the most impactful experiences for us was finding the New Hanover County support group when we first moved to town. A gathering of parents and caretakers and loved ones of autism. Through this group, Scotty and I connected with peers that understood what we were going through, could offer advice, could share a similar story, or just listen without judgment. This community quickly became our extended family. We would have cookouts, pool parties, mom's nights out, the dads would have a night out, Michelangelo for pizza, and our kids share the love for swimming. Like, all of our kids love to swim. So we would go hang out at a pool, especially Alex Reynolds' pool, and they would just splash and have the best time. A sense of community is what we all longed for, and we found it with the New Hanover County support group. It provided a sense of community understanding and encouragement for me and my husband, Scotty. As I prepared for this evening, I asked Batten what his 3 favorite things were about the Autism Society of North Carolina. He said, without hesitation, my friends, the counselors, and how I get to express myself. My friends, the counselors, and how I get to express myself. 3 simple yet profound principles that are the foundation for happiness and success, not just for my son Batten with autism, but for all of us here this evening. Can you imagine a life without a close-knit, caring group of friends? Could you imagine a life without a network of caring adults to help guide, nurture, and uplift you? A life where you could be yourself and able to express your emotions. It's hard to fathom, and the Autism Society of North Carolina ensures no one has to. Through its programs and services, the organization transforms lives from childhood through adulthood, making a lasting impact every step of the way, just as they have for my son, my family, and our Wilmington community. As you saw in the video, Batten has really big dreams for himself, as do my husband and I. And we know that the Autism Society of North Carolina will be right by our side, supporting his dreams of becoming a wolf pack and a veterinarian. But there is still so much work to be done, so many more families like mine to reach. So tonight, I invite you to join me in raising your paddles in support of this incredible organization. Every dollar that is raised this evening will stay right here in our Wilmington area, funding programs and services that have changed my son's life and so many others. Together, we can make a difference and all be a part of this lifelong partnership. Thank you. Woo!